Hello guys, today I will be 10 animation checks, that's it, it's on the title. Now let's just get straight into it. First up is stalling animation, so it'll wait and then go. Now to do this, it's pretty simple. On the area where you want to wait, you have another frame, or you have 2 frames, frame 0 and then frame 1, which will say loop, but that doesn't matter, it's okay. And then make this wait for how long you want it. So in my case, 2.50 seconds, because that'll wait long enough. And then you make it move to where you want it to move. And now it'll wait, and then go. Now, if you want it to go here and then wait here, you do the same thing. You add another frame, and then you add how long you want it to wait, plus that. So if I want to wait it to not if I want it to wait another 2.5 seconds, I'll do this 75.50. Now it'll go there and wait. Now this one, the hologram / duplicator / teleporter. This one, it'll just flicker like this, and if you stand on this, you can kind of see it. Everything gets like duplicated. Do you see that? Now what other people will see is you being duplicated. You can also use this for a hologram for obvious reasons. Now, you can also use it for a teleporter, which if I just put that there, then if I step on this, it'll teleport me over here. Now, to do this, it's incredibly easy. So basically, just add 3 frames at the first area, and then 2 frames on the second area, and then just turn them all to 0 seconds. This is the best way. I figured out how to do it, but there's different ways to do it. Teleporting. This one is also very simple, which you just want to use the stalling. You want to make it wait for however long you want it to stay there. Move it to the next area, and then put it the exact same time you did as that one. So this one, so if it waits 1 second, it's going to take 1 second to get here. And then you want to make it wait forever how long. So in my case, 2 seconds. And now it'll just teleport back and forth. Timing. This one is a little complicated, so I will... I'm just going to duplicate this because it'll make it easier. So, let's say this is the simple animation. This one goes, it'll wait, and then that one will go. Now, to do that, we'll just animate this one just going over there. And now, this one, it takes 1 second to get here, right? So, it's like 1 second to get here. This one, we want this to wait 1 second, and then it'll go over here. Now, we take however long it took over here to get here, which is 2 seconds, and then you'll make this one wait there for that amount of time. So, another good way to show this would be something like this. Like, let's say I have this going like that. See that going back and forth? Now, I remember this, 0.36 and 0.72. I'll group these together, and then I'll animate them doing this. Now, see how they aren't linked up? If I want to link them up, I just change these to the exact same time. So, come on, 0.36 and 0.72. Now, if we look at the animation, it's a little buggy, but it is linked up. It should be linked up anyway. Hopefully this makes sense. It's very, very confusing and hard to explain, so I just recommend rewatching it. So, but basically, it'll move over here, and the ending time of that animation will be the start of that animation. That's a good way to explain it. Now, for a simple walking animation like this, it's very easy. That one's way more complicated, but anyway, simple walking animation. Basically, I'll do this a little. I'll just do something like this. You have that animation, you make it go forward, make it go back in the middle, make it go back, and then back in the middle. So now you have an animation like that. Then you duplicate it to the side, and then flip it around. That's simple. Now this one. A complicated walking animation is pretty difficult. I'm just going to duplicate this so I don't have to make another pair of legs. And it took me way too long to figure it out. But I'm now explaining it to you. Now, I'm going to be going incredibly slowly, but usually the timings that I'll tell you the timings that I use at the end because it'll make it less confusing. So first off, on one of the legs, you're going to make it wait for 1 second, and then go backwards like this. and that's going to take until 2 seconds. So it'll take 1 second to get over here. So now, now when you're done, it should look like that. Now this one, you just want to do the opposite. You want it to wait up here for 1 second, and then you want it to go back down in 1 second. So now they should just be alternating like that. See that? Now you group together the thigh and the whatever that leg is called, I forgot. And you do something very similar. So on the one that starts back, you want to make it go backwards, middle, forwards. And now you want to make them the exact same timing. So 1 second, and then 2 seconds. And now it should be bent and go forward when it hits the middle. And this one you want to do something very similar, except you want it to go forward, middle, back. Now, of course, you just want to also make these the exact same times. And now they should be alternating. Yeah, perfect. And then you need another block, like inside of the legs or something like this. I just put those there for simplicity's sakes. So after you do that, you go into animating it, and you're gonna make it teleport the length of the animation. So in my case, the animation is 2 seconds long. So in 2 seconds, it'll teleport to the other side. And then it's gonna wait there for the length of the animation, so another 2 seconds. And then you just repeat that with the other side. So in 2 seconds, you can teleport right here, and it's gonna wait there until 2 seconds. And then now it should be working. Now what this is doing is it's finishing its animation, teleporting and restarting it. And since they're reversed, they look like they're in sync. Now the timings that I would use, I'll put them on a sign here, is instead of 1 second, it's 0.2 and 0.4. This is a walking animation. And then if you want a running animation, my one is, instead of 1 second, it's 0.10. And then for instead of 2 seconds, it's 0.20, like that. So this is a walking animation, running animation. I hope this made sense. If it didn't, rewatch it, maybe slow it down, because I talk incredibly fast, but there you go. Now, a smooth, bouncy animation. This one is incredibly simple. So what you just want to do is you want to grab your ball, and stop the animation. And then what you want to do is you want to take a block like this one, duplicate it again pretty far away, and then half the length. So like about half that, and then you can do this for about however long as you want. And then, so now you're gonna have something that kind of looks like this, right? You're gonna animating this. And I'd recommend starting from the top. That's just what I prefer to do. And then you make a frame for each one. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or I don't need to count, but 8, and then 9. And now once you hit the last one, you just go back and press go to on each one, reversing it until you get to frame 0, and then just play the animation. And now you can speed it up if you want, which I usually go about 150% speed. It just looks pretty nice. This one's a little janky, but if you do it right, then it should look pretty nice. So, number 9, spinning. This one is really easy, but a lot of people don't know how to do it, so that's why I'm explaining it. Now, so you go into animating it, make sure your rotation stop is at 90 degrees. This is the easiest way to do it. Then, so you make a frame, then you rotate it once, make another frame, rotate it again, and again. And now once you're at frame 4, which just says 0.72 seconds, play the animation, it works fine. Now, I don't know why it does this, but even though you're technically just rotating it until it reaches frame 0 again, if you just press loop, it does that. I don't know why it does this, but if you don't feel like just rotating again, you can just press the loop and then make that 0.72 seconds, and then it works just fine. Now I just had no more ideas for any more animation things. It's pretty simple. You just go into animating it, make a frame, move it up a little bit, make another frame, go up, make a little frame, and then just go back. And then it just looks pretty smooth. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. Now, the moment everyone has been waiting for. Triggers. These things took me way too long to figure out. Or, I think someone actually told me. I can't remember. Anyway, the simple concept is... I'm just gonna remove this. You have a piece of wood or a breaking block, which is a lot of what people do. You have it going up, over, and then down, and then it waits. It'll wait 0.5 seconds, which is my preferred one. It'll go up, over, in. Wait 0.5 seconds, and then if you want it to be a one-time press, you'll just make it go over there, wait, and then it'll teleport through the wall so you can't go back. But if you want it to be able to go back and forth, you'll make it go, and then you'll make it go back, and then it'll just keep on looping like that. And then you want to time it to where whenever this goes in the ceiling, this roof goes up. Now you see the wood there for a second, and you see that for a second. Kind of hard to notice, but I will animate a quick version really quick to kind of show you what everything will look like. Now, this isn't guaranteed to work 100% of the time. It is incredibly buggy and not reliable in the slightest. But it's really nice if you want to use triggers in your map. So basically, I'll make this wait 0.50 seconds. It'll go up. It'll teleport up. Then, what I usually do is I make it go over there and take 1 seconds, which is a single millisecond. And then it'll just go back in there. Which I'll just move it back there because I don't feel like trying to align that. And it'll take 1 seconds to go in there. And then it'll, in 101 seconds, so exactly 0.5 seconds, it'll go back up there, take 101 seconds, go back over here, which will take 102 seconds, and then make loop for 102 seconds. And now we should be able to see the wood flying there. And now, if you grab this, it still doesn't work. And that is because you're just hitting the roof, and then, so basically it's just doing this. Now, if we take the roof and make it in 50 seconds, go up, and then stay until, I usually like to do it like a millisecond after, just so it has some time, 52 seconds, and you're going to stay until, I'll do 99, and then it's going to go back up, and just stay until 102. And now everything should be timed up correctly. Now, if we do it, oh, see, it works. See, it's very unreliable, but it does work. And I should be able to... See, it's very unreliable, but it's very useful if you know what you're doing. Hopefully this was useful. Now, bye.